Hello guys, welcome to this AMA session. We are really glad to have you there for this second AMA session. So maybe we wait just 2 minutes. We will first introduce ourselves. I'm Marine, the project manager of OKP4. First questions. Do you hear us well?
Can you all hear us?
Seems good. Yes, perfect. Good. So Chris, the CTO of OKP4.
Hi guys.
CEO for the strategy.
Hey.
And Arnaud, blockchain architect.
Hi everyone.
So first, thank you very much to Blocks TV to host us here in their studio, and to wait the latest attendees. I will present you the agenda of the session. So first, Arnaud will present us the latest news on the testnets. Then I will talk about the end of Zili and the process to claim your rewards. Then Theo will talk about different opportunities of connections and partnerships. You will also present the roadmap updates. And finally, Chris and I will officially launch the academy, the OKP4 Academy. Great. So if everything is okay, let's begin. So Arnaud, what are the latest updates on the testnets?
Yeah, so to give you some updates about the testnet and also some technical updates, the Nemeton testnet has come to an end. So I want to say congratulations to all the validators, all the druids that was part of it.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah.
So
congrats.
We will announce officially the results soon, but for now the validators can just shut down the nodes. And yesterday we launched a new testnet, which is the Nemeton testnet. We decided to launch this testnet with a limited validator set to allow us more flexibility, so we can make more frequent upgrades because we are in an intensive phase of development and we need an intensive phase of tests. So we need flexibility about the testnet. But further, in the future, we will open the validator set to a larger scale to allow many validators to join it. So the launch was yesterday, and it was a bit difficult because as we integrate the Cosmos SDK v50 version, we are the first to integrate it and to run a testnet on it, and we experienced some difficulties about it, but we came over them, and after 1 hour, the testnet came into live. So that was great, and maybe it will benefit all the Cosmos community to run the testnet and mainnets on the SDK v50. About all the recent technical upgrades and updates on the chain, the protocol. So as I said, we shipped the Cosmos SDK v50 version, which brings some new features like bot extensions and optimistic execution. We will also deploy the new smart contract, which is the Dataverse smart contract, which allows to submit verifiable credentials. If you are not familiar with the architecture of OKP4, we allow to describe resources in the Dataverse through verifiable claims. So that's cryptographically signed claims properties of resources, and that's provable. And what I'm excited by the next steps of the development because we will start to develop and provide some SDK to the community, and the community will be able to start developing and building new things through OKP4.
Great. What success.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Just I remember to tell you, if you have any question, please ask in the chat, and we will have a look all the long of this AMA. Good. So if I see that there is no question about this testnet, so let's move to the Zili part. So first, well done, congratulations to all the participants. Good job to everyone. We will publish the final leaderboard with the rewards in no tokens by the end of the week. And we will also publish the process to claim your rewards. So it is this one. You will need first to go on Zilli and enter your Cosmos address. Really important to have this prefix Cosmos. Then when it's done, there will be a last quest. You will just need to click on the button to validate it. And you need to do it before the 14th of February. And then we will get all your addresses and you will receive your rewards, your no tokens on this address at the mainnet launch. So really important, don't lose this wallet. Do you have any questions? No, it seems clear. Seems clear. If you have any questions, don't worry, we can go back to this subject at the end of the AMA. Someone will be there vesting for the Zilli tokens. Theo?
Nope.
No.
No vesting.
No vesting.
Easy
Good
question.
Good question. Okay, good. Maybe another question is coming from Colette.
No, I mean, we can continue and we'll go back to the questions later.
Good. So maybe Theo, you can talk about the opportunity of connections.
Yeah. So first let's take a step back about what OKP4 is about. So the way we present OKP4 now is an orchestration layer to build AI, especially collaborative AI. So maybe you remember the Cosmos presentation we've made about the beginning of the AI factory. So now it's taking shape, especially technically. We're almost ready to get started on that. And one aspect of this orchestration layer, it means really that the blockchain is used to orchestrate resources that are off-chain. And these resources can be anything. It can be data sets, it can be algorithms, it can be storage, computation, it can be any API. It can be anything that is off-chain and they can be referenced in the protocol. The rules can be described on-chain, and the chain, in that case, serves as the source of truth to orchestrate the off-chain world. And one opportunity we have here is to connect anything as a service in the chain. And so regarding partnerships, we'll have many opportunities because it's quite, I won't say it's easy, but it's definitely something that it will get easier to build any connector with any protocol that already exists and with any infrastructure, even Web2 infrastructure that already exists. So we're really focusing, especially now before launch, on creating the right, let's say, connections, partnerships with Web3 protocols, with the idea and the goal to have as many connections as we can when we launch and in the years after launch. So it will be a long work, but our idea is really to have this network effect of different providers, of different systems that are connected, and to make it as easy as possible for builders to create workflows leveraging all these different resources that are connected to the protocol. So we will start with of course, the IBC ecosystem, with the Cosmos ecosystem. So we already have some discussions with the guys at Jackal for decentralized storage and especially programmable privacy on storage, with the guys of Syntropy that provide data streams of basically blockchain data that are very quick and that can be involved in many workflows when the builders want to play with such data, and also with Akash for their GPU, especially if you want to train models, it's good to have some GPUs. So Akash also, we will provide that in the protocol, and OKP4 will really be this orchestration layer. So it's only the beginning. I mean, we've started discussions on that side, and definitely it will build the connectors to be connected to everything. And that's really the vision on the provider side. And of course, once we are connected to everything, the builders, the consumers of these resources will have fun and build as many things as they want using the protocol.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, sure. And I have a question from the audience. Do you explore synergies only with Cosmos-based projects, or could you explore with other ecosystems?
Now, definitely, it's way beyond the Cosmos ecosystem. Obviously, IBC can help. It can help for if you want to initiate. I mean, if you want to interact with a smart contract on another chain, then you need IBC, and it helps a lot. But if you have, for example, some data on Filecoin, or I don't know, you want to use render in the Ethereum ecosystem, or you want to use a model like that is provided by BitTensor. BitTensor is not in the Cosmos ecosystem, but all these different resources can be referenced in OKP4. And so as long as you don't need to send tokens or to interact with smart contracts, you don't need IBC. So we're very close to the let's say the Cosmos ecosystem. So definitely it makes sense to start with them. And also it provides way more opportunities with IBC to even do some automations. So for example, if you have a data set locally and you want to store it on Jackal and leverage it and share it in the protocol in one single transaction, maybe it will be possible in the future. So it's like you don't need to do it separately, because if you want to use Filecoin, for example, maybe you have some data, you want to store it on Filecoin. So you will have to do that first and pay with your field tokens, and then you will be able to reference the data set on Filecoin in OKP4 and define the rules that you attach to it. So it's like a 2 steps. So the idea with IBC is doing just like one single step and having more automation built in. But definitely it's really open with anything that is on-chain and off-chain.
Yeah, it's not limited to the Web3 world.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have some models that are running on Amazon S3, it's very easy to reference it. So you don't need on-chain transactions at all if you want.
Exactly.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Theo. And can you make an update on the roadmap?
Yes. So the roadmap, as I said, it's going forward technically. There is the final touches on a few smart contracts still, and that's why we created this last testnet before mainnet. The idea is to be ready in the next few weeks technically, and then build also the interfaces to make it easier for builders and providers to interact with the protocol. So there is still work on that side, but now we've on the more on the financial side. Now we've launched our last fundraise before the mainnet. So we've just launched that last week. I was in Dubai meeting some investors. The idea is to be comfortable financially for at least 2 years after the mainnet launch, to basically have the funds to incentivize the community of builders and to be comfortable financially, to don't have to sell any tokens and stuff. So the mainnet launch actually will depend on that, because if our fundraise is really successful, maybe we'll have to list on a few exchanges when we launch, and it may take a little more time. So the idea is to, let's say by default, have a launch by the end of Q2, so like June. But it may take longer depending on the fundraise we have. So the idea is in any case to launch during this year, and we'll adapt and we'll keep the community informed.
Cool. Really exciting roadmap. Before presenting the academy, maybe I have 2 questions from the audience. First, should validators from Nemeton program validate address? I guess it was about the Zili address. I'm not sure. Yes. So should validators
No.
will validate address?
No, so all the validators from the Nemeton program, it will be separately, all the incentives.
Yeah,
So
for the claims. Yeah, you're right.
The
Okay.
claim is only for the Zili because it stopped, but for the validators, we'll build a mechanism for every participant to share their address just before the mainnet launch.
So separate process.
Yep.
Another question. It's about the foundation. Can you give us more information? Who wants to answer? Theo, please give us question. What is
It's not a foundation.
the status of the foundation? What is
so it's the foundation. I mean, it's like a foundation. It's an association actually. It's pretty much the same. It's just a few differences in the organization of the association, because it's usually a foundation is more top down. An association, the way we've built it, is really participative. So the idea is to, once we get closer to mainnet, to have a lot of community members involved in the governance of the association. So really is to be as transparent as possible with the community, and also work hand in hand with the DAO. So with the on-chain votes and so there will be the association will have like 30% of the supply, probably around that number at launch, and so it's a big part of the supply, and we want the association to be like the partner of the DAO and of the community to make basically a lot of things happen, mostly regarding the stewardship and helping the builders build on top of the project, because the OpenRage protocol really it's an infrastructure. It's the rails, and we want people to create their own trains and to build their own applications on top of it. And really we as the core team, we don't want to push forward the use cases. We want the community to do that, and we want to help the community do that. So it's really the vision of the association is to be here for the builders, for the community, and to think long term. So it will have, yes, tokens, obviously, all the different, let's say, BizDev, DevRails. It will be supported by the association. Also, a few core devs that are already here, maybe a few more. But the idea is not for the association to be like this big company. It's just about giving the tools for the ecosystem to thrive. And so that's how I see the association. And so it's based in Switzerland. So it's getting ready for mainnet, basically, to launch the token and to steward the ecosystem.
Yeah, and the first step of this accompaniment of builders is the academy.
Yeah, exactly. Nice transition.
Good transition.
Yes. So, what about the academy? Christophe, do you want to present it?
Me?
Yes.
So basically, the idea of the academy is to enable everyone to understand the protocol and to be able to learn about the protocol, how to use it, and so on. So basically, the academy is a website, okay, and it's divided in two parts. The first part is about the basics of the protocol, the essential knowledge you will have to acquire regarding the protocol to understand what it is, the principles, the concepts, and so on. And the second part will be more technical. This is my reference, of course. And it will allows you to play with the protocol, actually. So you will understand how to declare a resource, how to create and launch a workflow, and so on. And yeah, everything you can ask for about the protocol, we find an answer in the academy. And of course, this is a living content, so a lot of improvement will be made in the future, of course. But we have already a good start of content, very impressive content, actually.
Yeah, and I would add that it's really dedicated to everyone. The first part is really easy access. You don't need to be technical developer to understand. It's really general, and the second part, this one is rather dedicated to developers. So I propose you to have a quick look at this website. So you can go on the documentation website of OKP4. So it's docs.okp4.network. Maybe Emmanuel, you can put the website on the chat. Here you have the Academy on this second tab. And you will have first a bit introduction of this learning journey. So be aware that it's recommended to first read some parts of the white paper to have really the overview to understand, and then you will deep dive into these concepts with the first part. So it's the part dedicated to everyone. So it can be either project managers, business developers, and builders, of course. And we have also the second part, which is the technical part. So if I click here on the resource, I will go on the first page. You will learn what type of resources that can be shared into the protocol, what kind of datasets, what kind of services. And at the end, you have a little quiz to test your knowledge. So here you can test if you have well understood. If I come back here, on the technical part, you will first have an overview of really technical concepts, which are the decentralized identity and the verifiable claims principle. Arnaud just talked about that before. And then you will have it's really a tutorial to interact with the blockchain, to create, to declare your resource or your zone into the protocol. And the last thing I would like to tell you is that if you have any feedback, of course it's the first version, we will go on, we will improve the content, give you more templates, more comments to use. If you have any feedback, please feel free to tell us. Or if you have also a need of a question or you need help, we have just created a new channel in our Discord, which is Academy Support, that you can use for this matter. Is there any question?
We can say additionally that everything is open source, so you can find the content on the GitHub. And if you want to improve it, if you want to make some contribution about it, please feel free. You're welcome.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the project, the Open Knowledge Protocol is really kind of abstract for a lot of people, and I think the Academy is the perfect way to understand all the different concepts and also understand how it differentiates from everything that already exists. So it's I think for you guys, it's a great opportunity to understand and to be the first to understand something that can change the crypto landscape a lot. So I mean, that's my vision.
So we really hope that you will enjoy that. We are waiting for your feedbacks on that.
Yeah, I think the Academy is very important to make the community understand how to build with the protocol, because the protocol by itself, it brings nothing. We need the community to build new things. So that's cool to have it live.
Yeah. And also I add, if you have an idea of a project or an application on the protocol, please contact us and we will be glad to help you to build your project and to see how the protocol can help this project.
Any questions? Maybe?
No, I don't.
Chat?
Yes, we have a question. Can you give more information about the governance aspect? How does it work? I saw it's one of the pillars, but I'm not sure to totally understand it. So, Christophe, can you detail these parts?
In few words.
So maybe first, when we talk about governance as a pillar of the protocol, it's not the governance of the blockchain. That's a different thing. So maybe if you can separate that.
Yeah, the difference is very, very, very important. Okay, we are not at the same level. We are not talking about the same level of governance. So the principle of governance is the way we can express some conditions and rules about something. So what we are talking about by asking is something, I mean, it's the different interactions you can make about the resources and the way you can share it through the protocol. So if you want to decide to be able to share some kind of resources in the protocol in a specific way, let's say you want to share it only to services which are open, well, you can express it using the governance rules. So this is the way we want to express the things regarding governance without any limit. So you can express almost anything you want about the different resources you can share on the protocol. So the question is about the how we can make this possible. So for this, we are using a programming language, which is a logical oriented programming language, which we are able to running on the blockchain, and it's a perfect fit to express those kind of rules and those kind of conditions. So let's say you want to express the condition about the way you can share the resource using Prolog, you can do it. It's there is no limit about this, and of course everything is implemented on chain. So all the rules are executed and interpreted on chain, and this is a really game changer because Prolog by itself exists already. Of course, you can execute it outside the blockchain world in the Web2 area, but here it happens on chain. So if we want to make some decision, we can do it in a decentralized and autonomous manner.
Yeah, and everything is described really deeply in the academy.
Yes, in the academy you will find any resources regarding a Prolog. So you may be a little bit afraid by Prolog by itself, but we only use the subset, a very few subset of the Prolog languages, only what we need to express the governance rules, and in that way it's quite, I think, easy to understand and to apprehend, even for non-technical guys.
Yeah, anyway, we will provide more and more templates, and our objective is that either the association or the community will provide some no-code tools to create your governance with just clicking on several buttons on an easy way.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe just about the confusion people may have with the governance of the blockchain. When we talk about the governance pillar of the architecture, we don't talk about the governance of the chain, which is a different scope and which is not based on Prolog and logical programming language. It's just based on a standard governance module of Cosmos.
I would say it's not yet.
Not yet, but it's possible. That's the beauty
it's
of it.
definitely possible.
Maybe
yes.
we can change the name, like orchestration rules or something.
Orchestration rule.
Or
yeah, maybe
access conditions. It's very limited.
Yeah.
We have to think about it.
Cool. I'm waiting for some questions that are coming. No? Do you have any further questions, guys?
Maybe just we can talk about the Prolog a few bit more regarding the different fees that may apply to the transactions submitted to the blockchain. Maybe this is a concern that everyone could have. I don't know if you want to explain a little bit more what would be the fees applied to the transactions regarding governance, regarding orchestration and so on. I don't know.
You mean the fees applied to the execution of the rules?
Yeah, because everything happens on chains. So
Yeah.
we consume CPU, we consume memories, and
yeah, about the Prolog engine in the OKP4 chain is embedded in the logic module we developed, which is open source, and any Cosmos-based chain can use it.
Yeah.
The fees are calculated based on each execution of logical Prolog predicate, and it is largely customizable, so we can fine-tune it through governance proposal. So I think we don't have a lot of experience on the fees resulting from the execution of governance rules. But with time, with experience, with some playings with the governance rules, we'll have more ideas about the fees. And if we put the fees on one hand and the consumptions of CPU, for example, of resources on the other hand, maybe we can fine tune the settings about the fees to make it match.
Yes, and the important thing is nothing is hard coded in the protocol. It can be changed by protocol governance rules.
Exactly.
Depending on the community and the vote of the community.
Everything is configuration that can be changed through governance.
Yeah.
That's important. Yeah.
Cool, pretty clear. Does it mean that anyone can provide its own AI model and decide the way that people can use it with the rule on chain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Totally means
Maybe Arnaud, you can elaborate on the AI models?
You can provide any AI model you want. And the interesting thing is that you can provide any rules you want. So you can restrain and condition your AI model to be trained with some kind of data, some kind of resources that are described with some credentials. And so you can limit the way you train and orient the way you train your AI model. And you can also condition the usage of your AI model. So I think that's a good way to provide an AI factory.
Yeah, and also the rules attached to the model can be, because they're in Prolog, they can be anything, and it's so it's not only I give permission to this person. It can be way more complex. It can be I only give the permission to maybe a multisig or a kind of a DAO even, or maybe you want the model to have a very specific business model that decrease over time. I don't know. All of these you can define on chain. Either the business model, the access conditions, they can be pretty complex as well. And you can imagine new mechanism to involve a community. So it's really it gives new tool for providers of models or builders of models to basically monetize or improve their model. Yep.
Yeah, that's really interesting to think about the possibility of an AI model or a resource that can be the property of an entire community and not only one person. That's really interesting. And the other interesting thing is that when you train a model with some datasets, you can have some traceability about which datasets have trained which models. And that's interesting. Another thing that's interesting is that all the datasets can stay private, and the sovereignty of them can be ensured by the protocol and the rules attached to them.
Yeah, and the AI itself can be the purpose of a community. I mean, the way we've designed the protocol with the zones is you can create a zone that is specific for a purpose. So maybe you want to create a kind of specific model, and you want to build it in like an open source way. So the weights of the model, basically it's a data set, but this can be completely public, can be incentivized with a token that is custom, a new token that runs on the protocol. And you can also imagine that this token for incentivization is also used for the governance of the model at the end. So maybe the community of the different contributors who earned the token, they want to orient the way that the model will be built in the future, and they will use the token to vote on that. So it's not only a tool. I mean, the protocol is not only good if you have to monetize models. It's really even if you want to build your own models, or even if you want to create a community of people building a model, you can do it.
Cool.
Very cool.
I have another question on a different subject. Is OKP4 thinking of exploring the audience in Africa as there is more adoption in crypto in Africa?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere.
So yeah,
Yes.
we have begun. We have a community in Nigeria already, and yes, our goal is to have to develop the community everywhere. We don't
Yeah, and
restrict it.
maybe to clarify, I mean, we are still in testnet, so our the let's say the community building is very important now, but it's not our core focus. Now we are really focused on building a great protocol, and adoption and community building will become our priority once we get closer to mainnet and once we launch it. So it's this is the moment when we will expand, and obviously when you have a token, it's easier as well to involve a community, especially of people who have a financial interest to make the community great. So that will be our core focus when the mainnet launches. But definitely Africa. I mean, it's growing very rapidly. The first continent now. So yep.
Yep. Yeah, and as Emmanuel say, we have an official moderator of Nigeria, and you can go on our official Telegram channel to follow that. Do you have any further question?
I've seen there is a few validators in the chat, so maybe we can have a word regarding the precisions, because we've launched our a testnet now, as Arno mentioned in the beginning, with 30 people. This testnet really is to be clear, it's not incentivized, and so there is no tokens to earn by participating in this testnet, and it will not be a requirement to be selected in the mainnet that will come. So it's very independent, and so any validators who participated in the Nemeton testnet will have the opportunity to apply to be in the genesis for the mainnet. It's not because you were not in this testnet that we just launched that I mean, it's not. There will be more than 30 spots when the mainnet launches, and there will be more spots for the community who was involved since the beginning. So I think it's important to clarify that.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Maybe another questions coming.
Yeah, the idea of this Joule Nemeton testnet is really to have a few validators in order to gain in flexibility for us, so we can upgrade with high frequency and have intensive phase of test.
Exactly.
That's the idea.
Okay. Can you talk about the no tokenomics if it's public?
Yes, we can. So the tokenomics will be the details of the tokenomics will be revealed before mainnet. So now it's not published yet. But let's say because you'll see in the white paper in our documentation, we have the token model. So the token model is mostly the mechanism for token creation and token destruction. So that's let's say what happens when the mainnet is launched. But the genesis supply, the initial distribution, will be I mean, split between the investors. So this is still something, a work in progress. So we don't know the exact part, the exact provision for investors. There will be tokens for the team. So now it's the tokens for the team. It's we decided to be vested for at least for 36 months after the launch. So it's at least 3 years. I mean, it's still subject to changes, but That's it. Also, a significant part of the supply will be for the association, as I mentioned earlier, and also there will be some airdrops. There will be some also tokens that will be provided after the launch for like more retroactive airdrops. So you'll see it. You'll see. I mean, it's not published yet, but we're working on it.
Cool. Perfect for this clarification. If you have more questions, it's the moment, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. We have the best testnet we ever participated. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we are done. Thank you, everyone. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session. We will publish it soon, I guess. If you have more questions in the future, we are also active in the Discord channel, our Telegram channel. So feel free to contact us or to open tickets. Yes, exciting news for the future. And also, we wish you a great journey through the academy.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck. Especially for the quiz.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.